So let's say you've got a large PDF and you're viewing it in preview. Maybe you're studying for something, maybe you're doing some research, and you want to highlight some important passages in there. It's something you may have done with a printed book earlier. So you can do this pretty easily in preview as well, and you don't have to go to the markup tools to do it either. There's a highlight function that's built into preview and it's pretty easy to use. So let's look at this large document here and let's say we want to highlight something. We select it just like we would select any text. Of course this is a PDF so it's not editable, but we can highlight it by using the highlight button here. I'll click it and you can see that it's highlighted in yellow. So it simulates kind of doing it on paper. Now let's go further down the document and find something else. And let's say we want to highlight something else here. We can, instead of clicking on the main part of this button, we can click on the right side here and see that we can mark this up in different colors. So we can choose yellow, green, blue, pink, or purple. We can also choose to underline or strike through something. Useful when you're actually editing something, getting notes to somebody. But let's say we'll highlight this in yellow. Let's continue and look at some other things and highlight that. Maybe this one in green. And you can go through and just highlight as you would for anything. And when you just click on this main button here it's going to always do it in yellow. Now that's all great, but you have a long document here. How can you actually view these? Well, you can bring up the sidebar here, and if we go to sidebar thumbnails, of course you can see the highlights in the thumbnail. So there's that green one. We go up here, we can see yellow, etc. So that's one way to do it. But if you want to actually quickly find the things that you've highlighted, then you want to go to the sidebar highlights and notes here. And now we can see here's the 4 things that we highlighted. And you can click to jump to any one of these. Getting rid of a highlight is just a matter of selecting the exact same text and clicking the highlight button again. And it gets rid of it and you can see it's gone from the left side and it's no longer marked on the text here. You can also just jump to it by clicking in the highlights and notes sidebar there. And if you click on it just that one time, not only does it jump to it, but it also selects it. So I can now click it and in this case it's going to change its highlight from green to yellow. But if I click it again it will get rid of it completely. So it's easy to get rid of these. Now while highlighting is easy to use and you don't have to go into the markup tools, if you do go into markup tools you could add notes which will allow you to add more text. So for instance I click on note here and it adds this little post-it note thing and you can see that appears on the left as well. And I can double click into it and add a note and you can see it just always becomes this little square here and I could put it somewhere. And if I want to read what's in there I just click on it and it opens up. Or I can jump to all my notes here as well. So if I were to add a note on this page for instance, I can always double click to edit the note, click outside to close it again. I can also access the note text here although I can't edit it in the sidebar. I need to be able to jump to it, double click on the note and then edit it there. So this gives you a pretty complete set of tools for highlighting and adding notes to a PDF right there in preview without having to go to a more complex app. And it's pretty easy to get around. It's pretty basic functionality but could be useful if you're doing research or studying from a PDF.